Hello everyone, and welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time, to another episode of HOI4 USA2Z. Last episode, we finished up the last of the A countries, and we're now officially onto our first B country, which is... Hold on, it's a little hard to see from here. Barbados. As Barbados, we start off in a pretty terrible situation, to say the least. First, we're 100% democratic, so we can't really do anything at the start of the game. Barbados is a very industrious nation with a total of 0 civilian factories, 1 military factory, and 2 naval dockyards. Militarily, we start off with 1 division, 4 wooden ships, and 156 manpower. Obviously, in the long run, that manpower is very much going to be a problem. So, for like the 3rd video in a row, we have to go communist to get the magical portrait of Marx that can spawn 500 people out of thin air every week. Now, expansion-wise, we really don't have that many options. All of the closest nations to us, like the United Antilles Federation, Trinidad and Tobago, and Puerto Rico, all have larger navies, industries, and armies than we do. It would be very difficult to get a naval landing. We could paradrop, as all of them are in range, but I still don't think it would end very well for us, and the reward for the risk we're taking just isn't worth it. However, if we could pull that back up for just a second, there is a country that I didn't mention within our air range that we could take over a little easier than you might expect, that being Venezuela. For some reason, Venezuela doesn't tend to build up too large of an army by the time we're able to invade them, and that army will be spread across their entire country, which gives us the opportunity to strike them and end the war in a fast manner. We'll send multiple paratroopers to capture their major victory points, such as Caracas, Maracaibo, and Curaçao, and crush any resistance left in the rest of the country from there, setting up a satellite government that we'll be able to use for the extra manpower. Now, enough talk. Let's just get started with this. Oh my god, but why the hell do these guys have troops in our country? You know, I'm just gonna ignore that. Welcome to the sunny shores of Barbados, known for being the birthplace of rum, Rihanna, and that's all I can think about. But man, this island has so much going for it. So many factories. 170,000 people. There's no way that's accurate. We have a few resources. I mean, not really any steel, but who cares? You know, no funny business. We just have to jump straight into this. Okay, so it has been a little over a year in game, and we've already managed to flip over to communism. So I've been saving up some army experience so we could just get the ideological loyalty straight away, maximize the amount of manpower we gain, and also going to disband the only division we have so we can turn that into a bunch of shitty paratrooper divisions. I have been focusing our entire industry on building transport planes. I'm going to take a few off so we can fill that deficit for infantry equipment. I'm also going to start with our first civilian factories, which is very exciting. Now that we have all this in training, I'm actually going to start justifying on Venezuela. It gives us 220 days to pump these guys out. I'm actually going to deploy them early, because we should be able to fulfill the equipment deficit by the time the war kicks off. So I'm not really worried about that. Our justification on Venezuela is complete. We set up all of our pair dropping orders, and we're just gonna go right in. We already took Caracas. In Valencia, we're getting an invite to a faction, which I will not be joining. It's not going too well for them. Maracaibo was initially outside of our range, but we captured an airport here, which I'm going to send these planes over to after all the orders finish up. Get these troops to spread out. We want to avoid combat as much as possible because they're dog shit. Okay, so we successfully captured all of their victory points, and Now it's just a matter of taking enough land for them to surrender. There we go. I was getting a little worried there for a second. Okay, so the invasion of Venezuela went pretty well. Unfortunately, we can't stop here. Venezuelan manpower just won't be enough to sustain the Barbadian war machine. So, we'll have to turn our attention elsewhere. Fortunately, we don't have to look that much farther for a manpower source. Colombia has an even bigger manpower pool that we can draw from than Venezuela, but in theory, that also means they'll be harder to invade. But I don't think that'll be the case. I'm going to disband the shitty paratroopers we spammed out to invade Venezuela in exchange for fewer divisions that'll actually be able to engage in combat. You know, like they're supposed to. Colombia, for some reason, doesn't start with a navy and doesn't have the ability to build one. Well, I'm sure they have the ability, but they just never do it. So, we're going to use our 4 floating piles of garbage to send our new divisions to invade their capital of Barranquilla. There shouldn't be much resistance, as all or most of their divisions should be guarding the border of our Venezuelan puppet, who I won't be calling into the war. From there, our units are going to rush south to capture Medellin and Bucaramanga to end the war. Like Venezuela, we're going to set up another satellite government to siphon manpower from. Okay, now I'm just going to get rid of the entire army because I don't see a use for those guys anymore, and I'm going to train a few regular infantry divisions with our own manpower. We're going to hire some mercenaries too, so you get a free 20,000 extra manpower. Alright, so we have... Our units are starting to come out. We actually have a surplus of manpower. And I'm going to start a justification on Venezuela. Now, Colombia. We already got Venezuela. We're also going to grab this focus right here, mass conscription effort. It gives us an extra 600 manpower per week for like a little under 2 years. So we'll be spawning 1,100 people out of thin air now instead of only 500. In hindsight, I also probably should have used Venezuelan manpower for this, but I don't want them gaining too much autonomy because that's going to be really annoying to integrate them later on. That's the justification on Venezuela done. We are going to use that right away again. Wow, no resistance at all with that landing. Wow. I'm gonna be honest, I was expecting a lot more resistance than that. There was like almost nothing. I'm sure that all of the Colombian and Venezuelans are gonna be absolutely thrilled to fight for us after we came in and replaced their governments with leaders loyal to us. But just in case, to motivate Colombian troops to fight, we'll give them like a lifetime supply of cocaine, and for Venezuelan troops, I don't know, maybe like a currency with value. Anyway, now that we have a source of manpower that'll last us for the rest of the game, we can officially enter stage 2. With that, we now need to secure a source of industry. If you haven't noticed by now, Barbados is quite small and doesn't have a lot of land for us to build factories on. So, we need to grab some land for us to administer directly instead of having a satellite government. If we look just over here, this is the perfect area. The Central American countries have anywhere from 10 to 30 factories each thanks to their focus trees, so annexing all of this land will increase our factory count significantly, while also giving us a lot more land to actually build on. Resistance won't be a problem either, thanks to the insanely overpowered compliance buff given by the generic focus tree in this mod. We'll start with invading Panama and make our way up through the rest of the countries. I plan on skipping over the League of Nations mandate that owns the Panama Canal because they have some bullshit national spirit that allows them to spam out troops pretty easy, and I don't want to deal with that. I also don't want to deal with that orange guy claiming it. Okay, that is stage 1 of our whole little plan completed. Now, I was expecting way more resistance from that war. It was not that easy when I first tried this to see if it would actually work out. Albeit it was still relatively easy, but there was significantly more resistance. Now, we are going to go straight for all the Central American countries. I don't really think we have time to stop, because the longer we wait, the more annoying it becomes to invade all of them. So, we're going to start with Panama. Well, actually, I already did it. They will be the easiest to invade. I'm actually going to start with Costa Rica immediately as well. And I'm going to switch over from making convoys to spamming out a bunch of shitty boats because I believe these guys, yeah, these guys actually have navies. So we're going to do that. I'm going to start producing some close air support as well. And we're also training up some divisions using Colombian manpower to fill out the rest of this army here. Okay, so the whole plan here is to lure all of the Panamanian troops out of their country so we can just walk around them. Alright. That was easy enough. That was right in time for our justification on Costa Rica to finish. That was extremely quick. We're going to keep pushing up. Alright, our justification on Nicaragua has completed. Go right in. I'm hoping... Okay, this war is probably going to take a little longer because we actually need to get naval supremacy, which might prove challenging for our amazing fleet somehow. Never mind. Just needed a couple extra. Okay, you know what? Oh, what the hell? I was just about to say I was a little pessimistic about our odds of getting a naval landing, but sure. Oh, so many pop-ups. Whoa, wait, that guy just randomly gained a face. What? He didn't have that before? Okay, that's El Salvador. Should be able to crush them easy. We're actually getting invited to a faction with Arkansas, who's at war with Texas and winning. I might actually join that. I want to capitulate El Salvador first, though. Alright. Let's see if they will still let us in the faction. You know what? This was not on the agenda. I will say that. Saying it wasn't on the agenda is definitely accurate. I mean, as you can clearly see, I didn't finish up what I originally planned to do in Central America. But taking the opportunity to gain something from the war in Texas was just too great to pass it up. Well, I mean, that's what I thought at the time. In reality, there wasn't all too much to gain from this war. I could gain some more land, factories, etc., but the magnitude all depends on the amount of land I'm able to get out of the war. Considering the current state of the war right now, I most likely won't get that much. But whatever land I wind up with gives me a foothold in the US to invade some states if I desire to do so. The next few parts of the video don't really follow any semblance of a structure, so I don't know. Yep, we're gonna join this war now. Wow, I was not expecting to be doing this. Are those Japanese Marines? Wow. Texas has capitulated. There's still some Japanese left. We're up to 18% war participation. I wish that was a little higher. Huh. Our war goal for Guatemala just finished. I didn't even know that was still going. I thought that already passed. Try and get as much as we can out of this. All right, I got more than I was expecting from that peace deal. Arkansas got fucked over, but you know, he doesn't seem too bothered by it. This guy kind of looks like Ron DeSantis. Honestly, I'm kind of at a loss for what to do now. I mean, you originally know my plan was just to keep going up here, but now this just opens a whole nother front. I mean, we could go into Louisiana, or we could try to. Definitely wouldn't be able to push here. But if we could get a landing, I'd have to build an actual navy, though, which we have not been doing. So I think what we're going to do, just in the meantime, while we wait for some, like, resemblance of a navy to build up, we will continue pushing through Central America. Now, obviously, we have to re-justify on Guatemala. Wow, I am actually terrified of Guatemala. Look at that tank division. Okay. Wow, what a tank. All right, stage 2 complete for the most part. I mean, stage 2 is supposed to include all of this. No, stage 2 is not complete yet. I don't think it's complete yet. Our marine supply. Why is there icon? I'm just gonna. I'm just gonna. Yeah, that's a little palm tree. That's a good template icon. There we go. Please, gone. Oh, they already maxed out their infrastructure. Well, they did give us a little more steel and aluminum. Don't have to give away as many of our factories. I think I'm gonna wait until this mess finishes up, until we decide to do anything. Honestly, at this point, our navy should be good enough to launch an invasion of Louisiana, so we're gonna do that. That, I actually think we should also begin to integrate our puppets soon. Let's declare the war. Wow, that was a very easy landing. God, I hate invading Louisiana so much. Wait, what the what? Why are they just called conservatism? I mean, it sums up Alabama pretty well. I don't. We're on stage whatever now. I mean, I don't even know. I don't even know how I'm gonna organize the rest of this. Because it took such an unexpected turn. But I'm thinking the next play is to invade Florida, because they're at war with. If I could just show it. Yeah, there we go. They're at war with conservatism and Carolina and the Cayman Islands. I mean, I was going to say this guy has no reason to be smiling that much, but I mean, he's just living on a tropical island, so there's probably not much complaining from him. But, yeah, so Florida's at war with those three. It's only going to take 30 days to justify on them. They do have a decent navy, which is probably going to be quite annoying to get past. So, I'm going to hold off on invading them for now, because they've been at war for like a while, and, you know, conservatism and Carolina have not managed to break through their lines near Tallahassee. So, I'm going to assume it's going to stay like that, and I'm going to start building a shit ton of convoys. And I'm going to start building factories in Venezuela's territory to lower their autonomy. This whole stage should be done soon. Yes, stage 3, fucking integrating our puppets. Sure, yeah, that works. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Well, there goes the Florida plan. Seriously? As soon as I mention that you've been holding the entire time, you just give up? David Schultz. Oh. That's irritating. That is really... Wow, what a piece. They exiled him to the Bahamas.
Shut up! Be quiet before you get exiled.
Maybe he'll have a better life there. I don't know. Oh. Okay, well, Venezuela's integrated. But Florida doesn't exist anymore. We already saw. So, okay, so I mean, I guess what we're going to do now is finish cleaning up all these Mexican states down here. And while we're doing that, clean up the rest of the Caribbean. You know, I'm not even going to bother making like an animation for this part. If that's even what I can call it, but because I just explained it right now. Yep. Oh my god, wait. What, Yucatan only takes 30 days? Oh, they're... Because they're at war with these guys. Thank you, Eduardo. We might as well just find him, too. Because he actually technically owns all that. Oh! I guess I didn't even need to do that. Alright, we can knock Colombia back down to a puppet. Declare war on Chiapas. I'm so sorry. I've probably butchered all of the pronunciations thus far. Declare war on them. We're not gonna push. We're gonna wait for that justification to finish before we do anything like that. Even though we totally could. We could just crush them. Alright. Now we're just gonna crush them. Oh. No, I didn't draw a line. You know what, that was my bad, guys. Wow, and we can't even take anything either. That is so evil. You know what, before we actually waste all of our manpower doing that, I think we're just gonna try a naval invasion. Whoa. Perfect. Okay. Let's get rid of Tabasco, too. You're able to integrate Colombia even more. Down to an integrated puppet. And we're going to do the same thing we did with Venezuela. We are going to siphon all of their manpower, so maybe go a little overboard with that. Once again, perfect timing with the war. That was not long at all. And a little change of plans. I know what I said earlier with invading, like, you know, cleaning up the rest of the Caribbean, but I'm really tempted to intervene in the Mexican Civil War, I guess you could call it. Does not take long at all to justify on either of them. So we're going to integrate Colombia, which I'm going to send them the Lend-Lease right now, actually. And we're going to have so much manpower. Perhaps, maybe the most manpower. Oh my god. That is so nice to look at. Anyway, we've integrated both of our puppets now. Gonna train up a few more divisions, and we're joining the Civil War. Okay, well, Mexico surrendered. We literally got no parts of it, so just gonna spread out, take as much as we can before their troops arrive. Huh. Oh, because they cored everything else. Okay, that actually makes sense. Yeah, we're just gonna take all of it. Oh my god, look at that. well, that was simple enough. Nothing. We did nothing there. Oh. We're almost done with our last justification on the Mexican states that I wanted to take over, but now I think we can finally begin to clean up the Caribbean. Let's see. Oh, that's gonna be annoying to invade. Maybe. All right, with promising to bring the revolution to Cuba. Justification finished. Oh my god. They have units on like every tile. Wow, that was honestly kind of sad. They just got slaughtered. Man, I've trained so many divisions as Barbados that the game has just ran out of names for me and it's just defaulted to numbers. I didn't even know you could do that. All right. Hopefully this goes well. Okay, well, there goes Haiti. It's gonna take 125 days to justify on all of these. Oh my god. You know, I can't. Oh my god. Guys, please forgive me, but I'm not waiting 125 days to invade the rest of these fucking island countries. Oh my god. Like, I'm not gonna wait 125 days to invade the fucking Cayman Islands. It's just not worth my time. Oh. Whoa. Oh my god. Alright. I'm done. I'm done. I know Carolina technically owns part of the Bahamas, but I am not fighting them in Alabama. Conservatism. I'm not fighting them in conservatism. For my own sanity. And, yeah, I'm sorry, but, you know, using Allow Diplo for those last few wars, but I couldn't sit around for another 125 days for like 5 more countries. So I hope you guys forgive me for that, but yeah, I'm gonna end the video off here. If you made it this far, please like and subscribe. It helps the video and the channel out. I hope you guys enjoy the new format I'm trying out. If you guys like it more, let me know. Or if you just want, you know, generic, like, I guess ISP clone format, then I guess that works too. Those are easier to make. But if you guys like this more, videos might take a little longer, but that's okay. Thank you guys so much for the support on all these videos. I really appreciate it. And, you know, school's just done for now, so I should be uploading a lot more frequently. I say we did pretty well as Barbados, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.